Fraudulent conveyances, again, similar to bankruptcy, but we're seeing this from the perspective of just dealing with debtors, creditors, and guarantors. A transfer of property by a debtor with the intention to obstruct, impede, or deceive their creditors is known as a fraudulent conveyance. These transfers can be declared voidable or void and may be annulled in an appropriate legal process. Simply put, let's say you make $50,000 a year and you owe money to the car guy, you owe money to your credit card, and okay, so you're just going about that, but you're struggling to pay your debts. All of a sudden you get a lottery winning for $1 million. And if you hide that money, you don't tell anyone you have it, you don't try to give that money to any of the people you owe money to, that is a fraudulent conveyance. Or if you give that money to your brother to hold on to, anything like that would be what we're talking about here. In order to ascertain if this actually took place, we're going to examine the following aspects. Well, if the receipt of the transfer was an insider, so again, if I took my very expensive car and gave it to a family member or a coworker or someone close to me in order so that no one could take my car and try to sell it, hey, it's not mine anymore, I gave it to a coworker. Control or possession of the property was retained by the debtor after the transfer. So if I, quote unquote, technically sold my car to my brother, but I still was seen driving it, that would be another issue here. The transaction was carried out secretly or not disclosed. Yeah, that would also be a factor to consider. A significant majority of the debtor's assets were involved in the transfer. If I got nothing left, I have to go into bankruptcy. Nope, you just basically gave all your assets to your parents. The value obtained by the debtor in exchange for the asset was not fair or proportional to the asset's worth. If I sold a friend who I was very close to, that way they wouldn't just screw me over. But I sold all of my assets to them for $1. That is what we're talking about there. And then the debtor's financial status was either insolvent at the time of the transfer or became insolvent shortly thereafter. Now, if based on these criteria, the court determines that a fraudulent conveyance has occurred, it may take necessary steps to reverse the transaction and safeguard the rights of the affected creditors. So this is something, again, we do see in bankruptcy, but this is before bankruptcy as well. The courts can get involved before the actual bankruptcy process is initiated, and as such, we see this both before and after bankruptcy. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.